better than I imagined. It's my lucky day. Off we go.
Rev the engines! Try and stop me! Take me up! Let's ride! Pyroclastic surge! Full throttle!
Be free! Tell me what you see!
Take me up!
Hold on to your hats. Let's ride!
Light of the blazing sun!
Rev the engines!
There's no...
Take me up! Bullseye! Bullseye! Locked on!
Dividing the loot is often a cause of conflict, but luckily for you.
Bullseye! Bullseye!
Pyroclastic surge! Try and stop me! The rewards of an adventure worth remembering.
Not too far now. Time to say hello.
Teamwork is dreamwork! Huh?
Fire in the hole!
This is about to get... Take me up! Locked on! Locked on!
Wrath from the sky! Open fire! Open fire!
Yeah!
Rise with the sun!
Be free. Go. You're free now.
Let's light it up! I'm going in!
Light of the blazing sun! Hold on to your hats.
Let's run! Locked on!
Open fire! Burn it down! Pyroclastic surge!
Not too far now. Tell me what you see.
Everybody stand back! Wrath from the sky!
Farewell.
Take me up! Open fire! Rise to the sun! Light of the blazing sun! Incinerate! Benny's adventure team!
Be free.
Burn it down! Let's light it up! I'm going in! Wrath from the sky! Let's run! Open fire!
Hold on to your hats.
Open fire! Light it up! Pyroclastic surge! Rise with the sun!
Time to say hello.
Take me up! Open fire! Locked on! Bullseye! Everybody stand back! Light it up! Light of the blazing sun! Incinerate!
Not too far now.
Knock them down.
Rise with the sun! Wrath from the sky!
been to so many... Let Paimon think. Where are some nice places we could go? Oh, why don't we pay Cloud Retainer a visit at Mount Outsong?
Ad Astra. Thank you for. Ad Astra.
It's been a while since we went.
Let's ride. Try and stop me. Wrath from the sky.
Farewell. See you in the Night Kingdom.
Open fire.
Knock him down.
Locked on. Burn it down. Everybody stand back. Again. Fire in the hole. Open fire. Open fire. Let's ride. Pyroclastic surge. Full throttle.
Knock him down.
Take me up. Rev the engines. Ha! Light it up! Light of the blazing sun!
Time to say hello. Not too far now.
I'm going in! Let's run!
face the...
They seem to...
Let's go in...
Just be careful.
Open fire! Pyroclastic surge!
Be free!
Locked on!
What? The floor here isn't safe.
Let's fly!
This place has also been contaminated.
Yeah. And a lot of it, too. A Fontanian would most likely dissolve the moment they fell in.
Right! You can't go down if there's primordial seawater. It's too dangerous and it won't be a... don't get by my wrong.
No, you're right. That complicates the...
In that case...
I'll go together with you. Perhaps we'll find the
All right. Oh no, it's a dead end! Let's try climbing over from the side.
Wait, there's something wrong with this.
Demoiselle, what?
Maybe she just.
Yes,
That's quite
Oh. This is...
something the matter.
Oh, I was just trying...
do you remember?
We were headed to.
Ah, right.
Oh, Miss Navia. Ah, Mr. Malus. And Mr. Silver, too.
How have you...
I've been great. They were knocking at my...
Sometimes.
Oh, yes, Miss Navia. These are some flower seeds that I prepared. Please take them. I don't know what... did...
Why, we can have as many pots as you'd like, Demoiselle.
Perfect. In that case, we'll swap out some of the decorative plants.
Very well.
Wait. Excuse me. That's right. No, it's nothing. I've heard... And why are there so few people around here?
We must mind the time.
We do.
Well, now,
Miss Navia, here you are.
My trial?
Yes, she's right, Demoiselle.
Oh?
Look, it's Navia!
And her two attendants are with her. Goodness, everyone's finally here.
There sure are a lot of people here to see the trial. And they all seem to be Karina, Desiree, Joyville, Jolien, Essen. And as for the judge,
please sit in the defense.
all right, but
Typically, it...
Hey, what kind of place do they think this is?
Come on, do they have...
Enough!
My dear Miss Snob, as all here know, you, after you took up, not only you... Yes, correct. We are one big, therefore, this...
Huh?
Oh...
How?
I know all these people. Why are they laughing?
Wait just a moment. This isn't right!
Malus?
What was that, Mr. Malus? Our conclusion is very clear and unanimous. Let the court judge her now. She...
Stay here, Navia! You're one of us!
Demoiselle, don't admit guilt. This trial means to...
I wish to exercise my right to defend Our Lady. Miss...
She was born a...
Her actions... Please do not mis...
Really? As an individual, you say? Don't forget, we are all Fontanians here. Even if everything is... Now I speak for everyone. Our opinion is consistent. Navia should stay.
And you would call this justice? Have you forgotten how much...
Do you need to
Your justice is...
As you said, we can also have our own justice. Silver and that.
Demoiselle,
Silver, I remember now. Everything that seemed Karina, Desiree, Joyville, Jolien, Essen, and Mr. Giverny and Mrs. Burnett, who we met earlier. Even Malus and Silver. I don't want to admit it, but they're all dead.
don't be afraid.
Absurd! Who are you to... Don't let them escape!
Mr. Malus and Mr. Silver, must you be so stubborn? How could the two of you possibly hope to stand against the collective? Do not resist. This judgment is fair and just. Navia belongs to... After all that happened, she should not be left alone in Poisson.
What are you saying? No more excuses!
She says we're jealous. Jealous? How could she possibly...
What's with these people?
Who's jealous of her?
She belongs to us!
Miss Navia. Silence.
That's...
Monsieur Neuvillette!
Such commotion. The court will adjourn.
Our thanks.
Please leave with me.
But
Go on now, demoiselle. This is your only
Loose.
My apologies. I couldn't resist making one little joke once I realized that...
Malus, Silver.
Quickly.
Goodbye.
Farewell.
No, wait! Just a second!
Navia?
You're awake. Good.
I must have been dreaming. Malus and Silver were still...
It looks like
Did all this happen?
the ruins you were exploring suffered a cave-in. You were just about... I think I saw 2 Oceanids protecting you. It was only for a were it not for their intervention.
Wait, did you say Oceanids?
Perhaps those 2...
I always told...
Please come with...
Neuvillette, are you okay?
Oh, I am quite all...
Why do you look so... Oh, Paimon.
I merely thought...
Huh?
Ah, Sigewin.
No way!
I see.
Oh, and the...
Thank you. I haven't.
He's so... never...
Mhm. Yes, in fact. Amid my.
Yeah!
I'm sorry to have kept you all waiting like that. I'm feeling much better now. I guess we should get going again. Will you come with us, Monsieur Neuvillette?
Yes, if you wouldn't mind my company.
All right! Another one joins the party! Let's get going then! Oh no! Another unstable path! Watch your step! Watch out! There are rocks falling over here!
Fire in the hole! Bullseye!
Seems we're almost at the top. Keep it up!
Yeah, yeah. Burn it down! Wrath from the sky! Let's fly! Open fire!
Knock him down.
Not too far now. Go! You're free now!
Huh? What's that over there? Looks like we've reached the end.
This is the place. There should not be any other hidden.
The path sure had some twists and turns, but it turns out that this place isn't actually that big.
Stone slates. It seems...
Perhaps we should just leave them be.
There are 4 locations in total, but only 3 stone slates. The slate...
The surrounding.
There's something written below. Let Paimon see.
It feels like some.
That would fit the.
There's a person...
And is
And...
the 4th image.
The people will all be More information should be hidden in these slates, but I fear I cannot easily uncover.
Don't blame yourself.
Ooh, the Paimon's getting the chills just... This says that it...
I.
Still...
That's right. If the images are in chronological order, shouldn't the fourth, the waters drowning Fontaine, come before the...
And yet the order is reversed here.
If we go by timing...
Egeria, then. The previous Archon kneeling before the
Did she herself commit that sin? Also,
But who?
It seems that any further clues will have to come.
In that case, there's no...
Yeah, we better get somewhere safe for now.
Let's split up here. I'm going to...
You still...
I'll depart as well. Thanks for your hard traveler. I will go. I'm sure that you're concerned about this matter as well. If you have time, drop by my office.
Are you really gonna
She has long been...
Alright.
I will be careful.
Traveler, Paimon. Our safe house at the... All right.
We're finally back!
Welcome back.
Yay! And there's good food, too! Paimon's already starting...
Oh, that voice. Is that...
Huh?
It's you two.
Mona?
Seriously?
Still, we didn't...
Well, I have... Why did you think I... Well, I used to have my... There was nothing for it. Nope. Although it is used...
Wow!
I reckon so. In any case, I'd give my disciple a name like this. Astromancer.
Whoa!
My name means...
Thrice as good?
I know, right?
Talk about it.
Magistus is thus the calling card of our school.
That sounds terrible! But anyway, you're not fun...
Well, I was born.
Oh, that's a good...
There's something ominous about it. Well, the water, I mean. That was the main reason, yes. The invitation was sent quite early.
What do you make of...
What I can tell you, I'm afraid that... But on the flip side...
A visionary?
Of course. The old hag could do it. Huh?
Thanks, Mona!
Oh, well.
That's the greatest...
Indeed.
Oh, sorry. I came to see what all the commotion was about.
Oh, whoops. Guess we were getting a little too carried away there. Well, I'll go tend to my own business now.
And there she goes, quick as rushing water. And here we... If Paimon hadn't spoke... that's more like... Good morning. To be honest, Paimon's still feeling... But it's time to get up.
Rev the engines!
You're here! Monsieur Durvalette and Lady Fer... Like I said, I've already explained everything.
And yet it is not my... Look at this.
You mean...
We did not arrive in time to avert... I will say this once more. Yesterday, I found 3 stone slates in...
Seriously? You're questioning me like this is a court case now, but...
That's correct.
The prophecy?
The second of these slates depicts the previous Hydro Archon Egeria kneeling before a floating island in the sky, as if confessing something. Do you know nothing of this either?
I don't. I've never seen such slates.
I'll ask you again. Do you really have no information regarding the previous Archon? My deciphering of the slates indicates that the Hydro Archon Egeria once had to confess to, or apologize for, a certain sin. If anyone would know about it, it should be you.
All gods don't have the same secrets, you know. She was herself and I'm me. Is it really so strange that I know nothing? I understand your concerns, but I'm sorry. I just don't have anything to tell you.
Forgive me for saying this now, Lady For. There are several This is not strange. You have never been as
Well, since you know, there's no point questioning or suspecting me. You're the Eudix. Just trust in. That's all I have to say. We do not. Oh!
Did Farina not notice us standing by?
I assume you've been outside.
Oh!
She was in a great panic, though I cannot discern the reason. Still, I do not understand. Everyone in her inner... We may have to...
Oh?
Normally, people...
But...
We will need to consider that, if at all possible. This may be cruel to her, but all... But who will let...
Well, that's it. Speaking of which, it was pretty smart of you to think of hiding here.
Poisson was just involved in...
And here you are, drinking tea.
That's what family should...
It's nice to enjoy tea here, you know? Care for a cup?
Lend me your ears, everyone. Or perhaps one of you might like to start us off. How about you?
Me?
Then, how about you, good sir?
I fear that I will cause the mood on this boat to become it.
Well then, I guess we're lucky we've got a local like me to organize things.
That was a little long-winded.
Oh, you might be right. Anyway, to cut to the chase, as for what that is, well, let's start by saying that we'll be pooling...
Oh?
Well, it's...
Huh?
Oh, come now. Your work doesn't involve much public speaking, right? This is a...
I see.
He is glad that you consider...
In that case, do any of you have experience?
Not that I recall.
Fremine and I once used a wooden stick in a basket to catch wild rabbits when we...
I've also gone diving to catch some fish before. Does that count?
I'm afraid not. You may or may not have heard, but Fontaine once played host to a group known as the Marechaussee Hunters. Though that was their name, they did not hunt animals, but rather various monsters left behind by the ancient dynasty of King Remus. Today, Fontaine's monster population has already thinned greatly, so the hunters have blended back into society, taking up arms in other lines of work. They even left a unique methodology of hunting in their wake. A trap comprises of the following components: bait, a trigger, and a containment device. Sometimes a lethal implement will also be necessary to deal with the prey. So, if we were to build a trap together, right now, what would you choose to build it with?
For me, I would prefer something basket-shaped. Pigeons and rabbits will see the bait and naturally enter the snare. Our line of work requires a...
You use some of those techniques while moving the...
Yes, and
I'm afraid I can't claim that as much.
And I can be...
With discretion.
I remember that...
I did.
What about you, Monsieur Neuvillette?
I fear I...
That makes sense. But I do have one... If we were to create... If we wanted to kill the prey in one strike, we would need a powerful implement. However, that also
Wait...
Only a hunter who...
If our means of capturing and dealing with our prey, but we shall require much more courage than any...
Oh...
few days, hasn't it? Paimon thought they'd be at least a little frightened. Well, Fremine was, now that Paimon... it's hard to say. After all, you're the most reliable... did you just... Paimon's never...
Don't be frightened. Aw.
Wait.
You're feeling... consider the prophecy.
What?
I believe you have witnessed a failed attempt with your own... just as prophets are the things that...
What?
I believe that you understand ultimately.
The voice. Hey, it's you!
Well, I see I've walked in on some lively band.
Mona!
Fine, just not all fun. Why, yes, I'm in full support.
That's right!
Yes. About... Huh? Goodness gracious.
She said that even
The Hexen Circle members are certainly anything but ordinary. But I've never met.
Whoa.
Their abilities alone are pretty...
Well, it's not like...
Yes, what perhaps it is... Traveler.
Oh, we're...
I see. I guess you could consider me someone who has... But even so, perhaps that's what En was trying to I did originally.
Huh. You do have a point.
But it was worth trying, I suppose. That...
Paimon feels kind of moved by what Mona said. Hey, Traveler. Let's walk around the city, shall we? There's a few spots we always like to walk by.
Rev the engines!
Huh? Let Paimon see! The underwater... My recent thus did it. So while the fourth journalist Charlotte took... She hasn't been able to get a hold of... seriously? What? We're here! Paimon's... Hey, quick! Look! That's the limited edition, only 16 slices a day! It was so delicious
One slice of cake, please.
Someone showed up after all! Oh, wait, you're the one from the Palais Mermonia!
Oh, are you here to buy cake too?
Wait,
That's right.
do you come here often?
Usually every day.
Every day?
It's part of my daily...
Then what if someone...
But why would it...
Well...
Oh, the prof? No, it's...
Huh.
Don't be sad. Excuse me, could I have... These 2 slices are for you.
Oh, you know Citron?
I sure do. She said that I've got something else to do, so...
And there she goes! Alright, let's dig in. Paimon... It's more delicious! Sure would be nice if we could always eat Oh! We're near the Steambird office!
Try and stop me!
Wow! If it isn't the Traveler and Paimon!
Ha! You've got some nerve!
Oh, you needn't worry. It's all right, though.
Really?
You're...
Well, Paimon knows.
Still, what bring...
A friend of ours?
Ah, so she mentioned me?
She said that you're... Huh?
Oh, of course it doesn't. That was more like...
Yeah.
Why not?
Oh.
Oh, so that's a yes? Ooh, splendid! Ooh, someone...
Wait, Charlotte. Paimon's still got a question for you.
And what's that? If you're serious, from what I've seen, so in all likelihood, I'd probably still be prepping it. Just think about it. If this nation... And then do you know what I'd do? Well, I'd write that story. I'm not a dreamer, but anyway.
That's... so... Anyway, let's go and take a look at the sea, shall we? The sea breeze and scenery can be a pretty... Paimon's been thinking. If it wasn't fun... No, but... We've always been moving to the... You mean... Still? Oh. Feels like he'll grow, but it's still better.
Ah, so the two of you are still here.
Oh, you're from the Palais
Yes, I'm Isadora. Not a... Yes, and...
A riot?
Well, that Lady Farina loudly accused... And before she could... The crowd continued to grow.
So people have...
I agree.
So what happened after...
Seeing that the situation... The Marechaussee...
So...
That's right. That said, I don't think good.
Don't worry.
Is that...
Well, sounds like we should hurry over to Poisson then. If we know for... And as we... When Nervalab... It would be hard... Paimon thinks for... Huh! Well, in that case, there's no... This place looks deserted. Guess all the survivors must have evacuated already. All that's left here are signs of devastation. Could Farina really be here? Let's try to find her as soon as... That's Farina, right over there. She really...
What was meant... I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but what can I even do? Who's that?
Don't worry, Farina.
They even... Oh, and I'm sure...
Hey, there she is! The Hydro Archon's over there! Quick, after her!
Farina, those people seem to be after you.
They are...
Farina just ran off! Quick, we have to catch up! This should be the place, right? Hey, Farina! There's a good hiding...
What?
Hurry, they're all...
Fine. I suppose haste... No, I mean...
Yep.
What's happening?
Yeah. A quake of this kind preceded the flooding in Poisson, didn't it?
It can't be.
Well, there's no need...
Yeah, but the people of It's true. I've tried, but oh my, we cannot make an enemy. Give up. I do love the sound of that phrase. It would mean finally, indeed, fate. But just now, as long as don't worry. Well, that's enough for now. Don't take any. Come on! Share, that's impossible. A witness. And if to that.
Ladies and gentlemen, this now without...
Do not forget, however, that...
May I interpret these words? As your... In that case, you will have the opportunity to defend your...
You would draw your blade... I see. It seems like you have made...
I can't believe it.
What the heck is going on?
Wow.
Lady Farina.
It would seem that there has...
Looking for excuse...
I raised my hands I'm sorry. You are not... But now, I, Farina, will use this trial to show the world this time. Applaud and mark my words. This shall be one of the most exhilarating and brilliant shows ever to grace the stage of fun. Woohoo!
Oh, no. Why does it feel like Farina just... Also, even though she's still acting...
All right, then. Who...
The court asks the prosecutor to please take the stand.
Is that... Also, please, just how much...
Well, we did do a lot of prep after the meeting that day.
I can go over the task.
Navia, the president...
Most of the people who participated in the disturbance, they changed into the people's resentment. Moreover, according...
So, you mean...
And their goal was...
That's right.
As the super ultimate version, the volume of the box was increased by a whole order of magnitude, and the distance it traversed was the entire gap between Poisson was an arc. My thanks, Farine. Of course, this performance, we had to select a...
So,
That's right. It wasn't a sign of enough...
Then, you gathered a crowd, prepared also that as...
Yes, that is...
Well, Clorand, as for you, you'd make sure that I didn't notice anything amiss before revealing yourself as my Oh? It's fine. The stage is already set, so there's no reason to disappoint the audience. Let's see this...
Sir Prosecutor, please allow me to pass. This is a document...
Huh? Charlotte wanted to give us something? Oh, so she's... Oh, let Paimon see. Wait, so in other words, we can let's quickly confirm the information in it. Just think of it as a refresher, all right?
You defeated the Hydro Archon in the very first duels you took part in at the Opera House. That's one for the history. The words of someone as extraordinary as a witch can...
The prosecution and the defense are both in position. The trial shall now begin.
Just fast forward, of course. It is only natural.
That's true. But my charge here is unrelated to your... Instead...
Wait, what was that? Lady Farina's a fraud?
Hey...
Charge accepted. Lady Farina. Lady Farina.
I plead not. There is no way that I, Focalor, otherwise known as Farina de Fontaine, a member of the Seven and the Regina of all waters, kindreds, peoples, and laws of Fontaine.
Yeah, I
have cause to believe that common sense will prevail in this case. Many of the members of the audience have known me as the Hydro Archon. See? Even if you wished.
An argument with Niram?
Well, and if I...
That does... First of all, you may be...
Who gave you that idea?
A curse. But in light of this
Never had sensed it too, huh?
Lady Farina.
Well...
Well, don't. Besides, for centuries, one need only to turn their eyes to...
That does... You tried to...
Didn't I make myself clear at the time?
Lady Farina, I believe a while the court isn't, you will prove your... That was no trick.
So, you neither knew why instead of having...
The real Hydro Archon. It is true that I did, but the oratories handed... You can't...
She's still throwing out all kinds of excuses.
My power at...
If that poses a
you don't need to go.
Aren't you the Hydro Archon?
Indemnitium! Yes! It's all because of Indemnitium! All Archon, thus did I...
Isn't that...
Yeah, no matter...
It seems like nobody's buying Farina's
Hey, come now, everyone! I'm still displeased.
If what the prosecutor...
Did she deceive...
Enough! That's enough. Tell me then, if you have...
Wow. That doesn't... It has been
Since you insist on claiming to be a god and not a human, then there's a method that you can use...
Miss Navia.
Super sorry. Now, I've brought some seawater from Poisson, including... So, if we are to believe... But, if you don't dare to touch it, then we would have basically proved the... Oh, and I I do hope you'll act prudently.
Navia from the...
If Lady Farina...
Lady Farina.
Well, of course he had to...
She's just
What's going on?
Due to the inherent...
Hey!
I'm fine! Look at me, will you believe...
Miss Siegewing?
Siege?
Don't be nervous.
Please announce the...
As everyone doubtlessly saw, she was...
Thank you, Miss Siegewing.
Oh, wait. What did...
Well, however, after extensive discussion, we exchanged it for... We don't want...
Yeah, so out of... It's a great...
Listen to me, everyone. Think about it. Also... Please, everyone, anyone, just listen to me. I swear, I really am your...
I don't think anything...
With all the things that have been said, Paimon doesn't...
I believe the time for arguments and presentation of evidence has come to an end. If there are no objections, we will move on to the final judgment.
I don't think anything she says at this point will sway him. She's too stacked against her now.
In my capacity as Chief Justice, I shall now render judgment on Farina's misrepresentation of herself as the Archon of Fontaine. As a human who knowingly deceived her fellow citizens, Farina is guilty. We shall now turn to the... According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mechan...
Well, what's wrong?
No.
Isn't that correct?
However, to be punished...
That's actually one of
The one and only time.
Farina's been...
This outcome isn't... Is this sentence?
Yeah, even if I should...
Indeed. But now, the Aura...
Excuse me, if I may interrupt. Is the trial
Fremine! Oh, you finally made it.
Mm-hmm.
Is that... Huh.
I looked everywhere, but has the trial...
Thank you for your hard work, Mr. Fremine. Please allow me... Traveler, I believe that you have already seen...
Huh? So what do you...
I believe I've now made...
Huh? So when you...
In truth, however, I'm uncertain...
Okay, let's... The first stone slate, does that mean that... Fontaine... The second stone slate... This must be the point with the third slate shows the... Huh. Well, the fourth slate is... They didn't believe that such a... That doesn't... That doesn't sound... That doesn't... That doesn't sound... That doesn't...
Perhaps one and the...
That doesn't...
It's not as simple when
That doesn't...
the prophet, the four...
That doesn't... That doesn't...
We know...
They'll dissolve into the primordial sea. The Hydro Archon was... Navia fell into the water. The eruption of the primordial sea... The stone slates can't... Huh? Oh, Paimon gets it now, but...
Let's hear them.
incredible.
We're...
All Fontaine, the evidence for... Oh, and according...
Indeed.
Yeah, and it follows from the content of the... That could also...
The Hydro Arc...
And yet, after many hundreds of...
Yeah, and so wouldn't it be trying to show the... In the end, did Paimon get all that right?
You've made some keen deductions. However, while you were able to decode all the information... When we were at the ruin, now that the slate collection is complete...
What?
I believe I should share this truth not only with your hypotheses. In the Fontaine of old, the previous Hydro Archon sensed the yearning of her Oceanid familiars for life on land. The Oceanids were enamored with the beauty and romanticism of human beings, and wishing to have those experiences for themselves, expressed to the... However, not one to give in, she eventually found a way to create permanent humanoid bodies for her She poured prime... But if Fontaine... Of course, The Hydro Archon never received permission from the heavenly principles to create a new human race, and thus, the Hydro Archon and all of her creations came to shoulder the original sin of appropriating the power of the primordial sea. That is...
That's way too much information. Wait, but if that's the truth...
This really...
Alas, your hypothesis a key point of... They have not... The nation of Fontaine is the nation of Hydro. You may also recall, therefore, that the people of Fontaine... Yes.
I think I'm in truth.
What?
Huh.
If that's the case...
Traveler, I would like to point out another... About the fourth slate. However, as for the root cause of the... This eruption was just a small...
That doesn't...
It was both
If we're talking about
the truth.
That was way too close! How did that thing just burst into the Opera House? Wait, was that the huge whale you saw in your dream?
So we've met it at last. I understand that whale it has been greed, and once it is...
You said that when the Hydro Archon first created...
Precisely. Therefore, when it left the primordial sea...
We just...
That is correct. From the way he looked, he must have been...
That battle maniac. Anyway...
It is too late. It had already even if the
We've already done... We've come...
Indeed.
I'll fight it to the end.
So the prophecy will be fulfilled no matter what, huh?
The prophecy. Just as ultimately...
What's happening with the oratories?
I believe it is preparing to carry out the death sentence.
Farina! No, I still need answers.
You.
Sorry. That shot.
You are not Fosalo.
Oh, that wasn't my goal, of course. The heavenly...
Deceiving...
It's all because of that pernicious prophecy. Dreadful, wasn't it? Everyone doomed to dissolve. One was not amused. She knew full... And as one of the seven, she also knew full well that one defies the... So yes, as you have no doubt surmised, it was a rather... I spent a terribly long time mulling it over. Alone on the ocean, I had to out... I'm a genius, I know. Although, looking back now, it was... But one can only play the hand one is dealt. I did not choose this, any more than...
So you were also once...
Yes, I was. I always dreamed of becoming human. And I still do. Even after becoming a god, I separated my divinity from my body and spirit, leaving behind only a self that was as the me. She could feel joy, sorrow, and her strength. But in my eyes, Farina's humanity was what made her perfect. She was perfectly Anyway, all part of the plan. Do you still remember the fight? In order that under the curse I placed on her, so long as I, Fosalor's divinity, continued to exist, she could not die. But nor was she free. Instead, I suppose now you probably understand.
But Farina is... Even though she is...
It has indeed. It's been and all along, she's been playing her part in the most unimaginably long, unbearably lonely.
Take me up!
Oh? Who permitted you to come onto this stage? All right. It is not my intent to reprimand you. Mary, I am Dear audience, the performance is experiencing a technical difficulty, but worry not. The guards shall resolve it soon enough. Hey, what gives? The audience is still watching me, you know. Guards? Wait, where are the guards? Guards! Farina. Huh? Who's that? Who's calling me? Where are... Be not nervous. Be not afraid. Wait a moment. You're... Mirror me? Mirror me. The prophecy. What prophecy? The people... Oh. What's... But... I will tell you. But if there were... I suppose this... Huh? Don't worry. Play at... That's right. If you can... But Don't worry. Being a human, remember.
So...
To a cupboard.
A trial. Huh. How exciting. I'll be looking forward to it. The Maison Cardinalise has announced my accession, but this is my first time facing the people. What should I say to most appear like a god? To be honest, I still don't know. Perhaps I should first try to act natural. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, and welcome to the Opera Epiclese. I'm sure you've all heard about how I have taken on the role of Hydro Archon. Indeed, I am Verena de Fontaine, your new Archon.
In truth, I know little about becoming a nation's new god, but it will be my honor to guide you all. As the god Focalor, the god of justice, I shall do all within my power to lead you into an age of fairness and justice. Once again, thank you all for coming. If you should have any questions or suggestions, please send them to the Maison Cardinalise. The future of Fontaine will require us to work together, after all. This should do it. I thought I might stammer, but thankfully, I was able to convey my thoughts just fine. Okay, and next.
That's the new Hydro Archon. Is this some kind of joke by the Maison? I would have thought that a being that surpasses humanity would be a bit more assertive.
Hey, did you hear that? She even told us to send her suggestions there at the end.
Shouldn't gods be all-powerful? She's being so modest. What's the difference between her and an ordinary person, then?
If you ask me, perhaps the succession didn't actually happen. She might just be a Maison-backed puppet.
Wait, what's going on? Why is everyone suspecting me of being a fake? This is bad. If I get exposed here, there'll be no saving the people from the prophecy. Right. Mirmi said that I just need to play the role of a god as humans imagine them to be. Calm down, Farina. Think. What do the people want? How would they imagine a god to speak and act? Assertive, with a strong sense of presence. One who can dispel all doubt. That is the character. Oh, very good, my people. Only ones such as you are deserving of my rule. Now, I was wondering if some weak puppet were to one day come onto the stage and claim ownership of this opera house, would the children of Fontaine follow them? Well, it seems that you would all see right through them. Having passed my test, you are qualified to witness wondrous trials alongside my august self, here in this opera house. You may consider my previous act a door gift of sorts. I thought it was a debut that suited the atmosphere. Now then, let us be reintroduced.
Ah, so that was just a performance. How could I have forgotten that we were inside an opera house?
Personality? It's quite shocking, to be honest, but I suppose it's a better look than before. Such a fascinating and bold deity. How wonderful! Our future may yet be bright after all.
It seems I've turned them around. Best follow this flow and restart my accession speech. there, people. Whether you acknowledge me or not, whether you trust me or nay, I say to you, keep faith in your ardor for justice. We have heard it said that this nation's sins can no longer be washed away. Well, I say that justice is most fragrant when it blooms amid sin. No, this won't work. They'll suspect me again. I must play the role that they want me to play. No, this won't work. They'll suspect me again. I must play the role that they want me to play. No, this won't work. They'll suspect me again. I must play the role that they want me to play. the scales of May law be the prayer on our lips. May judgment be our worship. Let us light the fires and drink to the future of Fontaine! There is, so long as I...
Lady Farina, here are...
Come now. Was I not just at the Opera House in person? Leave these kinds of things to Neuvillette. Besides, none of these trials were the one that I'm looking forward to the most.
If I may be so impertinent, what kind of trial are you truly looking forward to?
A magnificent, dramatic, and wondrous trial. A trial to end all things. How could you hope to understand?
That's true. I fear I lack the ability to grasp your divine thought, Lady Archon.
No need for fright, and do not take what I said before too seriously. Go now, do your duties. The trial I await. It will come one day.
Lady Farina.
No need. All right.
He's...
Lady Farina.
I see. It's as I thought then. All manner of signs indicate. Really? Have they?
I'm...
The day is fine, but it's good to maybe this is.
Lady Farina,
There'll be no.
Lady Farina.
Indeed, my.
Lady Farina, we're detecting significant...
Understood. I just don't know when these days will end. I feel utterly exhausted.
Lady Farina, I've heard that the first... Are you crying?
This must be the overflow of hydro from my person. Well, can't quite help being the god. So, in hundreds of years must have I never imagined. Have I want to die. All I can do is keep
Farina, although I don't know.
Share. That's impossible.
But even if you're burnt, just share it with me.
A witness. And if to... He's right. But if they... No, Farina. But what if, Farina, is it such... If you let this think about it, long and hard... No. All you need to do, dear spectator, is to...
Fine.
So even Farina doesn't know the truth? You've never once let her in on the full plan?
Yes, it had to be done. To deceive the heavenly principles, you must first deceive yourself. She did very well. If she had let her resolve falter even once in these 5 centuries, Fontaine would have been doomed to the most tragic fate. It seems that trusting humanity was the right decision after all.
I believe that I understand how your deception works, but that is only half the truth, is it not? How would you build on this foundation?
Ah, good, good. Of course the Eudex of Fontaine has I'm sure you...
I've always suspected that it had its own consciousness. And Lenny did mention that he heard It now seems that...
And then I became one with the oratories, taking Fontaine's gnosis with me. Yes. Alas, in truth, it is no... Oh, you have it. I mean, my work. But really, the vast majority had to be.
It was all...
Indeed. This power, accrued over 5 centuries, could have sustained Fontainians for millennia, had it only been used for that purpose. Almost all of it has now been stored within the oratories. But only power of this magnitude could hope to destroy the Hydro Archon's divine throne, shaking the rules established by Celestia, and breaking through the institution that is the Seven.
So the Oratrice's call for death was for neither Farina nor Focalor, but for the Hydro Archon. The destruction of that divine throne. If I do not misunderstand your intent, you must be...
Returning what's rightfully yours to you, of course. In other words, this was all done to return the authority of the Oh, what? The authority...
All you've done...
I've never quite... Hydro Dragon. I must say, had it been within my rights, I would have loved Egeria stole the power of the primordial sea. And the heavenly... speaking of justice, I have always believed that so, if the theft of the primordial sea, then, leaving, in other words, defying the prophecy at this point, Eudex Nervil...
So when I was at last, in the beginning, I was uninterested in human existence. But these 5 centuries, you are things being as they are. Surely you know that I could never declare
The hour of my execution is almost here. For the sinner, the curtain call has come. I know I may not sound it, but faced with death, I find myself a little afraid. Perhaps this is one thing both gods and humans have in common. Farewell, Nervalette. I hope you've enjoyed the part you played these 500 years.
Judex Nuvelet, hereby declare, people of Fontaine, your sins are forgiven.
Let's go find some.
Was that bright light some sort of misdirection? I have a feeling that something huge just happened.
But since we're all still alive...
It's time to... I have gained this. We should seize the opportunity to pursue our quarry. Traveler, now that the oratories can no longer function, I require an executor to help me mete out justice. The root of the calamities come with me, traveler. Turning into hostility.
Adventure time! Let's light it up! Rep the engines! Light of the blazing sun!
The all-devouring narwhal cannot resist its instinct to devour. Continue to trigger its hostility. Chance will present itself. Do not fear. Seize the moment and use my power to suppress its roots from within.
Thanks for helping with the cleanup. It should have been. It was just supposed. Well, actually, I had a feeling that it.
That power.
It's just that
I simply did. So you may speak to me as. I have to agree. That kind of power. All in all. The point.
Well, so what sort of
Oh, right. His name is Sir Tologi.
I am
Huh. So Master is insufficiently famous.
the foul.
Still not. Oh, but I suppose you want.
Wait!
Actually, never mind that they all devour such roiling as such. In other words.
What?
Not to worry.
In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only Farina will remain, weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
Hey! Help! Over here!
All hands, initiate emergency rescue! Hurry!
Hey, lend a hand!
Look! The water's receding!
It's a miracle!
Water's receding.
We didn't dissolve. The prophecy was wrong. The prophecy was wrong.
Are you alright? We're saved. The prophecy was wrong.
The soil, old soil, skyship, the various people always. Wow! Paimon barely recognizes the people in the report.
What do you think? Pretty enthralling, huh? The value for these big scoop. Edwin's assistant, Jurier.
Paimon's curious.
And that's exactly. Oh, this time.
Take me up! Full throttle!
Rev the engines!
Navia!
Oh, it's you.
Hey, I'm here to update my...
Let me introduce you. This is Mr. Garunt Snezhevich. He represented the Knave in sending us a large amount of supplies, and is helping with our work. Our residents are hard at work as well. Thanks to everyone, work is progressing nicely. We've lost a lot of people, but we're moving forward. That will have to be enough.
Hello, Miss Charlotte. I'm a big fan of yours. I especially like that article you wrote last year about Fontaine's stray cats. But if you don't mind, could you not emphasize our role too much in your report? It's not fair. We just happen to share the same interests as the Spina.
I get where you're coming from. I'll keep it as simple as possible. Or would you be willing to feature as friendly neighbors?
That would be fine. Thanks.
Oh, you're back too. How are things?
We finished laying down the construction materials. It'll be another hour before the workers are able to go over there.
Huh? You're here too, Clarion?
Well, her reputation's greatly risen after that whole duel business.
There's too much to consider in the reconstruction of Poisson.
Oh, wait, just a moment. Do you mind me asking if you...
Forget it.
I see you're the sick...
Well, if we're talking about doing things for mice...
Of course I will. I'm not gonna let him off that easy. All right, then
How did it go? Was it a...
Not bad. Your addition really helped the composition of the picture. All right, hang on a moment. Let me snap a few more shots. All right, that should do it. I'll be back here later anyway, so let's call it a day.
You're very quick.
Speed is of the also not to...
Wow.
I'll hazard a guess that this is how you got that interview at the fortress.
Whoa, you're welcome.
That's a...
In truth, I told him that it...
You're right.
Stay safe now, and...
Guess we're here again, huh? There's a real nostalgia.
Looks like you've been missing us.
Duke! Did you...
Of course.
It's an honor to...
No need to thank me.
Of course,
All right then. This way. It would seem that Miss Lorvine doesn't want...
Sir, please...
but...
No,
Now, I might not look it, but I act the boat that brought... Still, if I might...
I have to apologize, but that ship is presently in...
Really?
You already know my answer, I'm afraid. Best you interview our head nurse instead. Or perhaps...
Did you really have to use the... Well, then,
Is my hair messed up?
Things sure are getting pretty lively here. Oh, seems like everyone's here. Would any of you like to try...
Hey, Miss Charlotte. Sure.
Sure. Do I have to smile? So, how have things been...
Same old, same old.
Other than that flying ship.
That's why I decided...
You're too kind.
I see.
He sure did...
I'll tell them that
Oh.
What change can there be? As to what Miss Farina's departure will mean for the nation, and if our laws and governance will be transformed, we'll leave...
Hey, everyone. The photo shoot's done.
Good. In that case, let's call it...
Thanks for your cooperation. Come on, Traveler, let's go.
There'll be a next...
Maybe. Who knows? All right. Last stop, the docks.
Oh, you're dripping wet. That must be uncomfortable. Let's take a break. I'll use my fire to dry you off.
Julia mentioned that she stayed in...
Traveler, Paimon. Ah, and Miss Charlotte.
Would you like a magic pocket? What sort of get? It's a wondrous trick of friend. You could just make a friend like Fremine here. Isn't that right, Fremine? To be honest, that sounds pretty sweet. Could I...
Lynette sure is working hard to help Fremine so...
He was the one who proposed doing this. He even wants to assist in our magic...
Yes, I was planning to first introduce Paris.
That said, would anyone want to see a diver escape underwater?
Oh, it'll work out.
Lynette, could you...
Got it.
My, that Charlotte is rather perceptive. Father says that...
that's out!
Oh, after Lady for...
A diplomatic...
Yes, it could have been done as... Furthermore... I would agree. I suspect you'll have...
But back to the...
They say that he's returned to Sna...
That's true. When you think about it, we've had loads...
So shocked by such a simple switching of sides?
Father!
Well, what do you know?
Are you going to take the nose...
That is our Don't be too switching my masks. Well, that depends on many things. As for you, I very much look forward to our next collaboration. Good things cannot be achieved alone, and you've proved yourselves to be great partners. A vision.
And that's a wrap for me. Huh?
Greetings, Miss Journalist. That is correct. So forgive me, but I will not be able to serve as a subject in your article. However, feel free to write as much as you'd like about our dear... The sea breeze is quite pleasant.
Farewell, Father.
Oh, she has such an intimidating presence. I didn't even dare to take a picture. Thankfully, I've already wrapped up all my pre-scheduled interviews.
Don't be too nervous. Why don't you take a magic pocket before you go? Here, Traveler, Paimon, you take one
To move things about?
That's right. I guess this must... All right, then.
Well, guess we sent Charlotte, huh? Shall we go see what Neverlette's doing?
Take me up!
Rev the engines!
The entrance to the fortress! Ooh, he really is there! So, you really are here, Neverlette. I didn't think you were going to have...
Really? Oh, I see. In any case, you came at a good time.
All right, let's have... Whoa. So that's what happened? Fossilor but Paimon still doesn't quite get what you did to...
For me, the Fontanians, but so long. In other words, when
Fossilor must have counted on you to make that... Yeah!
It seems from your expressions that you still have more things you wish to ask. Ask away. I will tell you the truth.
Oh, that's right!
Leaving aside their sole remaining goal in Fontaine, the Oratrice has seen as such it has lost. If the Fatui have... Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Hey, when we spoke we guessed that they're...
So regarding this specific issue, in truth, I exchanged some further words with that lady named Skirk after sending you two back to the surface. It went something like this.
Well, we're going to head to...
What next?
I can find... It is the authority of the planet's primordial dragons. But with something very similar to... I'm sure I've encountered something like this before.
I do not know what
You should have the
remains.
Huh.
Well, that much is true, but I fear I have never...
I've been training with... It is only natural for the... Regardless, to live in itself is a...
What do you mean?
No need...
This third
Must, if you're interested, though.
Next time, you will...
I do.
That's what she told me.
The remains of... So that's what...
All the same as...
And she said...
If she speaks the... I guessed that you might already... That means that the note...
Like... No, like comparing the Traveler to... That's what you say, but...
I too believe it unwise to make too many blind...
Alright.
Yes.
But...
I suppose that would be the... I suspect not. But once in a while, I too would guess that if wishes, life flows... And what old...
I'm a little out of practice these days. Any conflicts around? I'm in the mood for some peacemaking.
This will be a productive partnership, I hope.
Freeze! This one will be frozen.
Everybody stand back! Coming at you! Fire! Well, with rock.
Laid bare, everlasting as the moon! Transfixed!
Dodge this! Oh, so sorry.
I'm going in! Yeah! Hey there! Attack! That's the way! Hey there!
Witness my rise! Laid bare!
Teamwork is dreamwork!
This moment will be frozen in time.
Coming at you! Watch out!
I must leave no stone unturned.
Cool it! Don't get frostbite.
As a good knight should.
Time for retribution!
Oh, so sorry. Freeze!
Leave it all to me.
Dodge this!
Time to clean up.
Freeze! This moment will be frozen in time.
Loaded this.
Steady as stone.
Dodge this!
Time for retribution!
Let's make haste.
denied.
Don't waste my time.
No touchy, come on! Oh. Glaze over. Born of icy frost. For Rex Lapis!
Give up.
Overruled, everlasting as the moon. Transfixed.
Verdict ha! Ha! Ha!
Access denied. We're waiting.